guys, what's going on? Perky here and with my man Oscar.
What's up, One League friends? So glad to be back. Even though we're a day late, I'm glad to see you guys. Glad to talk some football with my buddy Jonathan. Can't wait.
Yeah, thank you guys. I know Luke's making jokes, but we had some, Jen and I in Fort Worth had some medical stuff yesterday that went really, really well. So we're kind of having that baby. It's going to be great. It's going to be cool. One thing, had a good weekend of football. Not great for me, but good for some people.
It happens.
I mentioned this in the chat, but if you guys have anything like a rule change or any ideas, write it down and we'll talk about it at the end of the season. And you know, there was a time when we weren't on decimal scoring, and Micah kind of asked about it a couple years, and finally we were like, what are we doing? Let's get in decimal scoring. And it actually won Andrew his second championship. Yeah. I don't know if you remember that. If it had been standard scoring, Luke would have won. So those little things matter.
Yeah, and I mean, we can't make changes in the middle of the season. It affects people. You know, one change could dramatically help another team and dramatically devastate another team. So can't make changes during the season. So write down some changes that you think you'd like to see, and then we'll vote on them in the off season, and hopefully we can get those changes going. Let's get rid of kickers.
Dude, I am more and more on board with that. I really am. All right, well let's get into this week, the week in review. And I stopped my video instead of sharing it. I was all pro right there. All right, so this week in review, got week 4. And man, I mean, so Luke beat me, destroyed me. Andrew came out on top over Kyle. I thought Kyle might be able to pull it out. Close match between Chris and Obed there, with Obed coming out on top.
Trade really helped Obed, I'm just saying. So good job, good trade.
Yeah, that worked out really well for him, not as well for me. But this week, Justin got beat by Rick, and Gary fell to Diego, and then Oscar. I thought you were going to get him. I thought you were going to get one.
Yeah, almost. So close, but.
Any surprises for you from this week?
I don't know about surprises. I mean, I was really surprised that you did not perform. Your team did not perform like it usually does, to be honest. Not surprised that Andrew's team is still good no matter what happens to his team. That's a constant. And surprised at how well Diego's team is performing. I know he's got a solid team, but man, they just keep putting up points. So good job, Diego. You got a great team.
Yeah, it's I was surprised at how poorly my team did as well.
I'm sure you were.
I'm still surprised at how well Luke's team has done the past 2 weeks. You know,
they have. Yeah.
And like you said, you know, Andrew continues to be good. And Christian McCaffrey's going to be back soon, so this was kind of the time where we could get in and beat him, and we're not doing that. So adjusted rankings. So after this, I'm still up there in first. Still have the highest points. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that I guess that it is numbered beside it for me. But 5 teams that are 3-1. So a lot of teams up there.
Oh yeah, sorry, you too. Sorry.
2 teams at 2-2 our favorite championship match there, and then a bunch of teams at 1-3. So everybody's won at least one game. Nobody's undefeated. Everything's pretty tight. I mean, no one is more than 2 games out of first place.
Yeah, all those undefeated teams losing closes the gap between last place and first place. So that even more so, you're still not out of it. I'm in second to last place. I'm not out of it. Kyle, you're not out of it in last place. keep playing and keep making moves and keep trying to win those games, because that gap is even closer now with everybody losing.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew still holds the record for most points scored against up to this point. I'm gaining on him. So is Rick. But yeah. So that's our week in review. We had a couple of trades come through.
Trade great.
Let's see. Those were down here a little bit because they actually processed today. So we had Diego and Justin. Diego got Jonathan Taylor, and Justin got David Johnson and TJ Hawkinson. Good trade.
It's a good trade. Diego's looking to the future with Jonathan Taylor, and it looks like Justin's looking for the right now with David Johnson and TJ Hawkinson. It's a great trade. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, Johnson's been better this year than a lot of people thought, better than I thought he would be. Jonathan Taylor looked really great, didn't look as great this week, and so good trade.
Good trade. Love it.
Then we had, let's see, where's their trade?
I don't know that it's gone through.
It may not have gone through.
But there is another trade pending.
See, the only one I've got is one that Gary won't respond to. Oh, here we go. So Chris gets Damian Harris and Laviska Shenault, and Andrew gets Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
This one felt a lot more one-sided to me, but anything can happen with trades. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I'm not sure. I don't know. What were your thoughts?
Once again, felt a little one-sided, but Damian Harris looks like he could be something in New England. I just don't trust that New England backfield. So many things can happen. There's about 5 running backs, and they use all 5 of them. Laviska Shenault, upside. So there's potential with him. But, DJ Chark's the one, and so we'll see. I mean, there's so many things that could happen. Cooper Kupp could just fall off the map. Who knows? But yeah, good job, Andrew. It's a great trade for you. You did great.
Yeah.
Turning 2 smaller pieces into one big piece. I love it.
Yeah. And this is why be doing trades and stuff. That's kind of why want to get rid of that, because it looks pretty one-sided to me. But you never know. That's how trades work, and so it could end up something happens and Laviska Shenault turns out being amazing, or Cooper Kupp gets injured, and all of a sudden this is the best thing that ever happened, for Chris' team. So
yeah, and that's the thing, the guys that Chris got, they've got high upside. They could have very low floors, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah,
who knows?
That's the fun of trading. Every trade is a chance, and if your trade doesn't make you nervous, then you're probably ripping somebody off. It's probably the truth.
Yeah, and it's a gamble.
Yeah, and we saw that this week with Obed and I's trade. Like I said, didn't turn out great for me. I still think I think we've seen the floor of Edward Helaire. I'm hoping to see the ceiling. It could be that the floor and the ceiling are just the same thing.
Yeah, they're pretty even. Maybe we'll see.
But it worked out really well for Obed. So, awesome. And then waivers had waivers clear. The big one yesterday, obviously. Ty dropped. I saw you picked him up today. I had to feel a little bit good.
Not really.
Or Tim Patrick. Did you say it didn't really feel good?
No, I dropped AJ Green for T.Y. Hilton. Basically garbage for garbage, and I just feel like I'd rather weep in my sorrows with T.Y. Hilton than AJ Green. So
yeah. Dearness Johnson was a big one with Chubb being out for a few weeks. We'll see what happens there. I mean, he was getting some work. I can't remember who else. Somebody else was getting some work. in that backfield when Chubb was out.
Yeah. Dearness Johnson looked really good while he played. I will say they are playing the Colts defense. So Colts defense has been great. That's been the one shining bright spot for my team. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Justin Jackson, Eckler went down. So Justin Jackson, who has Joshua Kelly? He's probably worth more now, right?
Don't you have Josh Kelly?
Kelly.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. If anybody wants him on the trading block.
It's good to know.
I continue to go through the quarterback carousel. Chris Thompson, man, I really thought he was going to be great this year. You picked up Cousins, dropped Breeze, Teddy Bridgewater, other waivers. Not anything of terrible note in there.
It's a sad day when you're dropping Drew Brees for Kirk Cousins, but
dude, yeah,
sometimes you got to make some moves.
I just feel a little dirty, a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
We are going to take a minute. Got to sit down with Justin Morath last week and got to talk with him a little bit. And so check this out. You'll enjoy getting to know Justin. I know that some of you guys don't know him as well. He's new to the league, new this year, and so check this out with Justin.
Yeah, I don't know Justin. Let's see it.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm here with Justin Morath. I'm here with Justin Morath, and new to our league this year. And so Justin, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you live, tell us about your family, that kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, so I live here in Weatherford, Texas. I moved here 2 years ago in June from Midland, which is how I got connected with you guys through Mid-Cities. Nice. I'm a commercial lender for First Financial Bank in Aledo, hence the Aledo shirt. And I guess it's Friday and football, and so we're around here for Spirit, and like I said, but Weatherford and Aledo play Friday, or actually tomorrow, on Saturday at Globe Life Park. Big rivalry here, and so I guess showing the Spirit.
Awesome, man.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, no, that's great. I guess my reference point for Aledo is when I'm leaving the Metroplex, and there's always like, as soon as I get onto 20 or something, there's like the Aledo exit. So that's like my whole framework.
Well, now when you drive by there, 1187, it's probably the exit you're talking about. When you drive by there, I basically work a mile and a half or 2 miles south of 20 there.
Awesome. And I know you're involved with baseball with your kids, right? Tell us a little about your family.
Yeah, so I've got a wife, Lauren Morath, and 3 kids, Tucker, Emerson, and Lane. Nice. Tucker's 6, Emerson's 4, and Lane is 5 months old. So Tucker's our sports kid. He plays baseball, soccer, basically anything. You know, he goes up to the golf course with me and plays all the time.
Oh man.
So he does a little bit of everything. Emmy has wanted to get into it and is just now probably able to. So we're going to start getting her involved, and Lane will be right behind. So enjoy that pretty much 4 or 5 times a week, and between that, sports and work and everything else, to stay busy.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. I know that now I think during the draft you had a baseball practice or game that ended like right when the draft started, right?
Yeah, I tried to get it was actually a scrimmage that we had, and I tried to cut it short, and the other coach wanted to get one more inning in, so I said, okay, if you hurry, we'll squeeze one more in. And I think parents probably didn't like it, but I was throwing strikes to get this kid's pitch. So I was throwing strikes, just get through the 6 pitches and let's go. And then they got to bat, and of course they would play defense at that point, but they didn't know why I was throwing them like that. But
yeah, that's awesome.
It's all good.
You're like, hey,
I jumped on. Yeah, we can do one more. I can squeeze a real quick inning in.
That is awesome. I just see you out there just bringing the heat, just trying to get out.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah, and
awesome.
you throw them a little high, and they'll swing at them.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
that's awesome. Now, how long have
it
you been
worked out all
playing? How long have you been doing fantasy sports?
right. So probably, thank you. Probably, I'm trying to think. In fact, actually, I got out of another league this year. That was probably 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
And I've been in that league. It was a league that we started with high school, and well, maybe even junior. I don't know, but we were in it forever. Probably a core group of maybe 5 or 6 guys, and then we've kind of rotated some folks out, much like you guys probably have over the years. Um, and anyways, Luke, introduced me to this one here, and I've got 2 other leagues, and so I just figured, that one. They've made some changes over the years, but it hasn't really progressed. I guess most recently, and so I decided I'd give that one up and do this.
Awesome, man. Well, we're glad to have you in. I'm mostly glad to have you in. Your team's really good, and so that makes me a little bit less glad to have you in the league. But on the whole, you've been great, man. What like what draws you to fantasy sports? What tell us about bad beat, a great win, anything like that.
Yeah. So fantasy sports for me, but probably much like everybody else, uh, the biggest thing I enjoy is that one, I'm an Eagles fan first and foremost with football, and so unless I stream it online illegally or something like that, I really normally don't get to watch many of the games, and so this gives me a way to root for other teams and other players uh, for all the games that are on for the most part. Obviously, there's I don't have a player playing every game, but typically the time slots that are broadcasted, you got somebody playing. For instance, last night in my league, I had James Robinson playing, which is fun to watch him play. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched the game. So,
Yeah.
uh, that for me is probably the biggest one. I love fall. It's football. I really am a bigger fan of college football, probably,
Mhm.
but I love to hunt, fish, and so I'll go out to the deer lease and put my headphones in and listen to the games and do all that. And so this is my favorite time of the
Nice. So who's your college team?
year. College team, sadly, is University of Texas.
That
They just
is sad.
they've fallen off, and it's hard to be a supporter. I think what happened, Matt Brown stayed there probably about 3 years too long.
Mm-hmm.
The recruiting program kind of tanked at that point, and then it was hard for folks to come in and kind of turn that around. And then second, A&M going to the SEC put another dent, I guess, in the in the recruiting process. And so, and the rise of TCU and Baylor. So you've got, it wasn't just a no-brainer to go to Texas after that, at least in this part of the world.
Yeah,
And
one with
so,
OU taking all the good players anyway, you know,
hmm,
Boomer Sooner.
yeah, you're a Sooner fan,
Oh yeah, man.
so no Tech out there, huh?
Well, I'm surrounded by Tech fans, but I stay true. I stay true to my roots. So
Good, that'll be fun.
dude, that's awesome. Well, I know we got the game coming up soon, so we'll have to. Usually, anytime one of the big college games is on, it kind of takes over the chat, the fantasy football chat for a little bit. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be good to see.
Awesome, man. Well, what about message for the other team managers? What would you tell the guys?
I would just say, it seems to be a pretty competitive league. I like all the trash talk that goes on, and I don't know what the water thing was last week. Maybe a inside thing with the church, but I do enjoy that. I would say make sure you set your lineups even deep into the when you don't have a shot, because or you may be out of it even. Set those. So you asked about my worst loss. Uh, I actually lost on the week going into the playoffs. This has been several years back, and it wouldn't have mattered if the guy that got in my place would have been playing somebody that set their lineup. Uh, it should have been set. So they had like bye week galore or injuries. I don't remember what it was exactly, but basically he squeaked by, got in because somebody didn't set the lineup. So actually set your lineups. Uh, it's still, at the end of the day, nobody likes to lose, regardless of, if you're out of it or not. And so set your lineups. Definitely make sure you set your lineups if you're coming for me, because I know three-peat out there. I know there's been a lot of talk, and I can't wait to play you. So.
Come on, challenging the champ, the 3-time champ. I like it. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, the water bets. So there's an app called the Wheel of Water, and so water bets are just kind of a fun way to have a bet that's not like, hey, I'll bet you $10 I win, like dumb stuff. But so there's a wheel of water, and you spin the wheel of water, and then you get to so like I'd be Andrew, and so I'm going to get to throw water on him, but it'll tell you how. So like there's you hike it through your legs, or you pour it in the pocket. Sometimes it's most times it's like an 8-ounce cup. Sometimes it's like a 16-ounce. So it's just kind of a fun way to pay out a little punishment on a weekly bet. So with everybody, with more people kind of out and about, we may have to get a little more creative with that. But I mean, man, if you want to do a water bet with somebody, man, put that out there, and I bet we can figure out. We can get somebody to video it. We'll put it in the chat. We'll probably just put it on the YouTube channel that we've got, and but that's kind of what that water bet is.
I'm sure my wife would love to dump water on me at some point. So.
Real, right? For real.
On behalf of somebody else in the group.
That's right. Well, awesome, man. Well, thanks so much for your time, and man, good luck to everybody out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man, Justin's a cool dude. Appreciate him asking about water bets. I know that that may be new to some people. It's a pretty cool deal. You and Gary got to show us the Wheel of Water.
Yeah, we got to have our first paid out water bet of the season. Unfortunately, it was at my expense, but they're fun. I love them. They're painless, slightly humiliating, hurts your ego, but nothing else. And so you don't lose money. Like I said, just hurts your ego a little bit, but it's all fun and games, and it's a good time. Make those water bets. They're fun. Love them.
Yeah, it is fun. Andrew and I still need to get together and pay ours out. And I'll make good on our one from last year too. We had a season-long bet that I lost, so I'll let him throw some water on me for that. But speaking of water bets, let's get into this week's matchups. And the first one is you and me, man. We gonna do a water bet or what?
We'll do a water bet with a point spread.
What? With a point spread? Come on, man. The same.
You know what?
We're looking at, and he killed me.
My team is underperforming, but I'm gonna say my team is gonna overperform. It's gonna outperform its metrics. And water bet, you and I, let's do it.
Okay. Yes. I like it. Let's go, man.
What's happening?
Come on. You and I are heading off. Are going head to head. Kyle and Obed. That we got another brother-in-law match this week.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's right.
So
another set of brothers-in-law.
love to see a water bet there. The projections are a little off. Kyle, Chris has got to put some players in, so
Yeah.
love to see a water bet there. Rick and Gary. This is the one I'm looking forward to. Is Diego and Justin. I think that's going to be a good match.
Yeah. And I'm actually looking forward to the next matchup between Luke and Will. I think they both have evenly matched teams. I think Will's team is better than it's been performing. Even though he beat me, he didn't have a good week. And so I think Will's team is better than it's been performing, and Luke's team is really coming on. His players are getting really good. They started off slow, so I think that's going to be a great matchup. I'm excited to see who wins that one.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb's been a great asset for him, man. I'm a little jealous that I don't have CD.
Yeah, he's been really good.
But those are those are the matchups. We're going to get into it. We got it tonight, so I'm going to be working to get this out today. I may be traveling, so I may delay a little bit, but yeah, we got a game tonight. Who's it? It's New England and
Buffalo and Tampa Bay
tonight.
Yep.
Oh, what am I thinking? I don't. Oh yeah, New England played Monday, didn't they?
Yeah. Buffalo and Tampa Bay. And so, guys, just be watching COVID. I know that there were a couple of players that tested positive for the Titans, so we don't know what that's going to mean for their game this weekend. I think there was another team that the Patriots had Stephon Gilmore test positive. So just be paying attention. Watch your rosters. Have your alerts turned on your sleeper app, ESPN app, whatever it takes. But be paying attention because you may or may not have players playing this week. And so I know that's been really tough for Kyle, especially. He really wants those Derrick Henry points, and he hasn't been able to get them. So be paying attention to your players, your teams, COVID, injuries, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I've got Derrick Henry in another league, and I kind of forgot. I had to move him off and kind of forgot about him. But yeah, pay attention to it, man. We're getting into the thick of it. The NFL, they surprised me this week by not playing the Titans game, pushing it back. I was really surprised. I think the precedent they set is really scary for the rest of the season. But I think this is an important moment of them deciding what they're going to do, because if they push another game, it's really going to mess stuff up.
Yeah, that's what's really scary is what happens if the Titans can't play this weekend, if they get more positive tests.
Yeah.
That's what's scary. That throws everything
into chaos. And you can test negative for so long. I mean, they could have been exposed a week ago, and all of a sudden today they test positive. And so it's just a mess. COVID sucks. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
We do have the OU Texas game this weekend. So that's exciting.
OU Texas.
Yeah.
So, water bet between you and Gary. Gary's a diehard Texas fan. You're a diehard OU fan.
I'm in. I'm reluctantly in. OU sucks. But I'm in. I'll stand by my team.
Well, let's be honest. Texas has been underperforming as well.
Yeah.
So.
I think Texas this year is probably the better team, but
objectively speaking, I think so too. You got a young quarterback that making some young quarterback mistakes, but I'm excited for the game.
Yeah,
I'm not a diehard college football fan. I'll be rooting for Texas just because I generally root for Texas teams, but I'm hoping for a good game, hoping for an exciting game. It usually is.
Yeah, it'll be good. Awesome. Well, good luck, guys, and we'll I won't say we'll see you out on the field, but that's a virtual field, so I guess everything's virtual now. So it works, right?
With this right here.
All right, see you guys.
All right, see y'all. Y'all have a good one.